Today, I want to do something a little bit different because you see the folks over at Lost Legion Studios, the people that brought us the Exodite on Warhammer Plus, have a brand new animated series out, and I wanted to watch part 1 together with you and live react to it. So without further ado, let's go ahead and watch Morningstar, The Hunt, Part 1. My name is Angela, and welcome to Hobby Night. Alright, I've got my headphones on, desktop audio is recording, I double checked before I started. Let's go ahead and watch part 1 of Morningstar, The Hunt. The thousand empires of the hegemon are at the apex of their power. Humanity claims all in the name of the economic progress and material exploitation. War is for profit and little more than a distracting entertainment for the insatiable elite. They now send their mercenary army, the Barkan, to stop the Shigue. Oh gosh, now they're throwing words at me that I don't know. This is the first time an alien threat has ever challenged the corporation of high powers. So begins the Exogen Wars. Ooh, I'm excited. I'm already getting very... You can tell that these people are immediately inspired by grimdark science fiction, because I'm getting very 40k vibes with like the alien versus humanity, but that's in a lot of things, isn't it? Ooh, okay. I am digging the visual style already. It almost gives me a little bit Fallout-y vibes. The repair expense is unjustified. Continuing operation, all right. Dude, I am loving this. I honestly, it almost feels video game-esque, like I'm watching an intro cutscene. Ooh, the feed has been interrupted. All right. That looks like two, twin cannons. Oh, and possibly some enemy ships, which I do like the shape of. That we just saw fly overhead there. Oh my god, they really do kind of look like miniatures. That's fun.
Additional oxygen artillery unit deployed. Acknowledge. Turning to engage. Good hunting.
It's interesting because it really is giving me like a very... It's giving me 40k vibes, but it's actually giving me a little bit of Star Wars vibes too. Okay, I take that back. I am getting full on Warhammer vibes because look at these beautiful men in power armor. Good lord, they are majestic. Oh, I like the plated armor. Nice difference. Oh, they're injecting themselves with drugs. Oh, I like the emblem. Hey, bro, give me some of that.
What's a Grey Knight? I've never heard of a Grey Knight.
I've never heard of a Grey Knight ever.
Passing through exogenic defense lines.
These poor men are so burned. You are the one who is determined to die today. I shouldn't say that. I don't know how good these men are. They might be absolutely amazing beasts and none of them will perish. You know, okay, when they put the helmet on, or at least his specifically, it looks a little, not Iron Warrior, but, Men of Iron. Little Men of Iron to me. Like, in the face shape. Like, there's almost Necron-y vibes, which I kind of dig. Oh, yeah!
That's not a bolter.
Not a bolter. Definitely not a bolter.
Similar to, legally distinct from.
It is looking like it's getting a little overheated, though. Ooh, I like the alien ship designs.
They're not tapped.
No, they actually have a little bit of Eldar to them, in my opinion. This machine, though, really gave me, like, a little bit of Star Wars. Oh my god, okay, that gave me Lego vibes for some reason. I don't know why.
For me, off camera,
Yeah.
Battle Cruiser is operational.
Ah, there you go, there you go. Oh boy. Oh, we're getting our intro, okay. I was like, is a nuke about to go off? Did we just blow something up into space? For the Emperor, I mean... Okay, now we're going cyberpunk. Oh, it's been killed, never mind. The music has died. Hey guys, just jumping into the video to remind you to hit that subscribe button and bell icon for notifications so you never miss future content on the channel. And if you're into the spicier side of the hobby, you can find a link to my Only Fanatics down in the link tree below in the description. Now, let's go ahead and get back to the video. Oh, and that was our first episode. Okay, I'm actually really digging this. Like, this is an awesome little preview. It's a little slow to begin. There is a lot of this sort of jargon at the beginning, and I totally understand you're sort of wanting to set up that they're in a battle situation. So you're having like the chatter in the background talking about the operation. You have all this on the front. And I do like that, but I do feel like without immediately jumping into the next part and not knowing how many parts this does feel a little slow paced to me. But maybe I'm just very used to much faster paced video. I really did like this element because this portion especially was really cool because it made me feel like I was entering into a video game, but not like a modern one. I still felt like it was kind of like almost like PS2 era in regards to like how the visuals were being presented. And I loved that because right now I have just been very nostalgic for that era of gaming. And so I'm getting a little bit of that vibe from this. So really loving their animation work. And then when we get to our actual our Marines, like this immediately makes me go, okay, somebody took either like a Rhino or some variation of other Warhammer tanks and then just like not photoshopped them, but maybe like got a lot of photo reference, imported it, and built a model out of it. Because that's really what it feels like. They look really cool. Love the way they're designed. Love all the just like flair on them. Like you've got all of these riveting, and having built a variety of tanks now. I'm trying to get a little bit of a better view. There we go. Like you see how they have all like the bolts and just like edges and like texture on them. Having built a number of like Tamiya tanks and just real world tanks and scale model, like I love seeing that extra emphasis of detail. And Games Workshop obviously does this, but there's something about like the level of clipping out all those individual pieces and actually physically gluing them onto the model yourself that I do in the Tamiya kits, that for some reason this is really bringing forward in my head, and I just very much like it. Now I want to talk about these boys because oh my god, these are Grey Knights. Like, are these just not Grey Knights? I mean, I love it. I'm not nothing against it or anything like that, but I just feel like they are Grey Knights without having maybe the baby walkers. And I kind of love it. I think the aesthetic works perfectly. Obviously these men have, or the team that worked on this, because I don't know what the mix of people is that works on this, but clearly they are huge 40k fans. My favorite part was this little segment here where he's like, bro, give me your drugs. Like, give me some of that stimuli. And it's so aggressive. He just reaches out so aggressively, like, hey. And then his brother here, like the captain or whoever this is just like closing his eyes, like, I don't even want to think about it. Like, maybe they're not supposed to. Like, I'm curious if that scene later on in the, as this continues, as the story continues, is going to be relevant to maybe it's detrimental to the humans. Maybe they shouldn't be using that enhancement drug. Or maybe it's going to have no relevance and it was just a cool little thing. I love the sort of Pit-Boy-like element, too, that they had on their armor. I think Space Marines have stuff like that, too, where they've got the built-in panels. In fact, I know some of the ones that I've painted have, but I don't know if all of them do. And if all of them do here, that's just like a nice little, I almost feel like Fallout element here. I'm very impressed. Like, I really think this is a cool project. I wish we got to see a little bit more... So I wish we got to see a little bit more of the aliens. Like this shot where we got to see them fighting and firing their gun, which is definitely not a bolter, but kind of is similar to one. And these scenes with like the close-ups of their face and their helmets, really, really neat. But we didn't really get to see too much of the actual aliens. I'm seeing if I can like scan where we were blowing. Was it right there? I think I just, yeah. So like, oh, nope. No, that's not what I want to see. I want to see the shot before this. All right, hold on. Oh, here they are. Okay, so these are our aliens. And I'm really getting a very like almost Eldar mixed with some like Tau armor elements, because they're not doing the full rounded like long helmet that you see with a lot of the Eldar and Dark Eldar, and so it's a little shorter, but like I am really getting that vibe from them. I am gonna be curious to see if we reveal these aliens in their full like glory without their masks on or their helmets on, and if they're going to be anything like the Tau, just because we know that this team knows how to design and make Tau because they did the Exodite. So I'm going to be curious to see more. I'm probably going to watch more of this, and hopefully you guys can check it out. In fact, I would encourage you to check it out. Lost Legion Studios, as I mentioned, is the people that are behind this. Make sure to go check out Morningstar, the part 1. I'll leave a link in the video description below if you enjoyed it. I certainly did. I just think this has a lot of potential, and frankly, I want to see more studios and more teams doing animations like this, because I like the grim dark sci-fi element of this kind of concept, and I just think they did a really, really good job. So kudos to the team. I'm looking forward to seeing more, and I'd love to know your thoughts down below.